More than 4 centuries ago, millions of North Africans had been sold and enslaved in America. Though these Africans did not travel to what was known as the New World by will, they were forced to do so after being captured by their own kin, then sent over in return for supplies. This migration is different from another case study where Chinese workers migrated to Canada, since they did this under voluntary reasons. What drove the Africans away from the hometowns were the tribes in the north of Africa, who started to capture people from other tribes. With luxury resources, weaponry, and new technology thriving in the European countries and the New World, the Africans became desperate to compete with the new power rising in the western areas. New and unexploited land also intrigued merchants to take advantage of the crops as well as resources. Yet at the same time, many people from Europe were also looking to make the Americas an improved version of their home country. However, with the shortage of labor, slaves were the key to the development of the country, causing large scales of migrations. At the end, 12 million slaves have been transported overall. Such things also have a repercussion. A poll recently had been taken to see the after effects of the transatlantic slave trade in Africa, and has shown a devastating effect with countries which sold the most slaves in the distant past. Selling slaves resulted badly for other countries since they sold the best of their people at the time, though in the short term they were reasonably wealthy from the guns, food, and luxury resources. On the other hand, the Africans who managed to gain their freedom and citizenship in the United States were able to provide labor and a national contribution. At the same time, their presence in the U.S. allowed people to combat racism and embrace individuality. There were various views on the continuation of the slave trade, especially since various political groups had different opinions on the slave trade business. During the American Civil War, two parties had different opinions on effectiveness on the business. One of them being the Confederate, who supported slave trading, whilst Lincoln's side, the Union, wanted the abolition of the business for economical and ethical reasons. Though the migration of these people really helped the development of the U.S., their rights had to be established, which is where the Union comes in. The plantation owners benefited from the Africans hugely as business grew rapidly in the States. However, the transportation and establishment of slaves had to cease in order to prevent any rebellion of the Africans, since their population overwhelmed the rest of America, posing a great threat to the country.